Hey there, sports history fan. This is Arnie Chapman, a.k.a. the Football History Dude, and I'm here to help you finish your Christmas shopping list and let everyone else over there stiff-arm their competition while trying to fight off that tryptophan on Turkey Night. Now, what we did was we partnered with Rochester Sports Autographs, the largest JSA authenticated autograph distributor in the United States, where you can get up to 75% off over 30,000 autographed sports collectibles during this holiday season. They have something for everyone. But how is RSA able to offer such great deals on JSA authentication, you ask? Well, they do this by making deals directly with athletes so there are no extra markups, and they choose to then pass that savings on to you, the customer. Now, all orders from Rochester Sports Autographs are top quality and shipped to your door with top authentication and a money-back guarantee. But hurry up because customers are so stark raving mad for RSA that memorabilia sells out daily. All you have to do is head over to shoprsa.com/SHN. Again, that's shoprsa.com/SHN. So don't wait to bring home your favorites and own a piece of sports history for you and the loved ones on your shopping list this holiday season. This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com.
The Rose Bowl. The game that inspired the college football bowl season has a long and storied history. The stadium itself is 100 years old, and in celebration of it, Pigskin Dispatch is assembling some of the top historians and authors to share the memories, people, and events that make the granddaddy of them all the special game that it is. Enjoy this Rose Bowl memory from pigskindispatch.com.
Hello, my football friends. This is Darren Hayes of PigskinDispatch.com. Welcome once again to the Pig Pen, your portal to positive football history. And we're here to talk about the 9th Rose Bowl game. It was the Rose Bowl game that was played on January 1st, 1924, and it capped off the 1923 football season. The competitors invited were the East Navy Midshipmen team of Coach Bob Folwell, who had a record of 5-1-2, pitted against the 8-1 Washington Huskies of Coach Enoch Bagshaw. The game was the second to be played at the Rose Bowl Stadium, which was just built a couple years earlier. And the game's organizers had previously selected a team from the East Coast and the West Coast and asked the Washington Huskies to represent the West Coast. Now, Washington, in turn, requested that the Navy Midshipmen be their opponents. And in kind, the Navy men accepted the invitation to compete. The rain drenched the playing surface the day prior to the game, and the conditions it created made organizers have to have a slight delay in the opening kickoff time. Now, neither team could score in the first stanza, however. Navy found the end zone on the very first play of the second quarter on a pass play from Ira McKee to Carl Cullen. The Huskies answered the bell soon after that with the help of a failed surprise onside kick by Navy that was recovered by the Huskies, and then they threw a long pass from quarterback Fred Abel to Kinsley Dubois, and the run by running back George Wildcat Wilson, who rushed the ball the distance for a touchdown, 23 yards. Tie game. Just before the half, the Midshipmen took the lead as they struck pay dirt again with a 57-yard pass play that set up an Ira McKee 2-yard dive for a score, and they held a 14-7 lead at intermission. The halftime adjustments of each school seemed to work defensively as neither 11 could seem to move the ball in the third quarter. But near the end of that third quarter, Navy fumbled and lost possession at their own 10-yard line, and Washington capitalized on their error 4 plays later to knot the score at 14 on a 12-yard pass play and a successful kick. In the fourth quarter, Navy drew an interception near midfield, and the Huskies inched the ball closer to the goal line and then missed the go-ahead field goal just before time expired. It was the second Rose Bowl game that was tied thus far in this history of the contest, and one of the more exciting, I'm sure. Too bad we don't have the film from that from back in 1924. So That is your Rose Bowl history for this segment, the 9th Rose Bowl of 1924, those Huskies of Washington, the Midshipmen of Navy, and some great history. Tune in each day this month as we celebrate the 100 years of the Rose Bowl Stadium and the great games that have been played there, as well as in the Tournament of Roses annual game. For more on the history of the Rose Bowl, join us at pigskinddispatch.com all month of December and just go into the search box and type in Rose Bowl history. You'll have a plethora of information there. Till tomorrow, everybody, have a great Gridiron Day. We're taking a peek over at the chains and the down marker. It's 4th and long. We're going to have to punt the ball and get on out of here, but we'll have another series tomorrow for your football history headlines, so be sure to tune in. We invite you to check out our website, pigskinddispatch.com, not only to see the daily football history, but to experience positive football with our many articles on the good people of the game, as well as our own football comic strip, Cleat Marks Comics. Pigskinddispatch.com is also on social media outlets, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and don't forget the Pigskin Dispatch YouTube channel to get all of your positive football news and history. Special thanks to the talents of Mike and Gene Monroe, as well as Jason Neff for letting us use their music during our podcast. PigskinDispatch.com is a proud affiliate of the Sports History Network, the headquarters of sports yesteryear.
Hey there, sports history fan. This is Arnie Chapman, a.k.a. the Football History Dude, and I hope that you enjoyed this recent episode presented by the Sports History Network and were able to learn some good old-fashioned sports history knowledge nuggets. I started the Sports History Network back in 2020 with the mission to help podcasters find a community of like-minded sports history nerds, as well as helping aspiring podcasters to start their own shows. We have a little bit over 30 shows on the network right now covering all sorts of sports history, but as far as I'm concerned, we're just at the toothpick in the ocean moment, that can't even figure it out because there's so much more coming. We wanted to create the ultimate headquarters for sports yesteryear, starting with Podcast Network and our website, but we're going to continue to move into other mediums as well. And here's the cool part, because we want you to be part of our team. So if you're interested in starting your own podcast, or maybe being a guest on one of our shows, or who knows, maybe even writing an article for us over on the website. Seriously, all you gotta do is reach out to us on the contact page over at sportshistorynetwork.com. You can be as technologically savvy as a Neanderthal tapping on a stone trying to figure out this whole hieroglyphics thing back in the day. Again, it doesn't matter, because even if you don't understand the whole podcast space, we have a production team that can pretty much help you out with doing everything. All you gotta do, head over to sportshistorynetwork.com, head to the contact page, fill it out. That message goes right to me, and I'll reach out to you as soon as I can. But for now, dude, I'm through if you're through.